And a good evening to you, live from the heart of Ohio, Centerburg High School. Tonight we open up the 2025-26 basketball season on the boys' side as the Centerburg Trojans and the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets face off in boys' high school basketball. Todd Mathias with you here tonight as the Centerburg Trojans and the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets, like they've done for the last 3 seasons prior, opening up the season facing off with each other. And this one tonight will be kind of interesting for both teams. Talked with the coaches on Monday because it's just kind of unknown what's going to happen with this one. We got injuries on the Mount Vernon side. Centerburg has a lot of inexperience, and on the Mount Vernon side, there's also a lot of inexperience. And so this could be a sloppy game tonight. Going to be an interesting game, but we'll see how it plays out as the Centerburg Trojans take on the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets at home in this ball game. Centerburg coming off a 14-10 season, 9-5 in the KMAC. Mount Vernon finished 12-11. They were 9-7 in the Licking County League. But one of the big pieces of this season for the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets specifically is they do have some talent coming back. You know, Trace Beck was one of the highest scorers. He's the highest returning scorer from last year. And he averaged around 10 points per game and 6 rebounds per game. But Zane Barber, the leading scorer from the team from a year ago, 14 points per game, is now out for the season after tearing his ACL in a scrimmage that happened earlier this offseason. But the good news for the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets, if there's some good news after an injury like that to Zane Barber, a great kid, Landon Dawson came over from East Knox, of course, played football for the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets. And Trent Wells is here for the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets, a 6'1" senior. Will also be playing his senior year at Mount Vernon after he came over from Australia, where his father is a head basketball coach. His father, a former Mount Vernon Yellow Jacket himself, coached for the Utah Jazz. And his son is now playing over stateside after being in Australia for a number of years there, but is going to finish off his senior year here. The Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets, meanwhile, we mentioned that they're 12-11 and get these pieces back, but it's how they're going to gel together, and that's what Nick Kuhn kind of mentioned to us as well. Meanwhile, the Centerburg Trojans, they are going to be in search of scoring as Bennett Hill, Trevin Harris, and Jack Lawrence, a total of 44 points per game last year, are gone. Blaine Ball is back. Miles Marshall's not playing this year. Drew Trout is in this year, so Stephon Sands isn't playing here for the first couple of games, and so it is, again, very unknown what Centerburg has in terms of their team this year as well. So, again, could be sloppy. You could see the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets, like their JV team, got out to a 16-0 lead after the first quarter. It'd just be interesting to see how this all plays out here for the first game of the 2025-26 season. We do want to thank Buckeye Stoves, our title sponsor. Buckeye Stoves High School basketball throughout this year. Lorraine Voss, we appreciate her. Also, thanks to Foster's Pharmacy, Griffin Insurance, Danville Feed and Supply, Hardware and Lumber, Danville Outdoors, and Cunningham Insurance, which will bring you tonight's opening tip and tonight's starting lineup as well. The Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets and the Centerburg Trojans kicking off the 2025-26 season for high school boys basketball. Of course, the girls have already played some games, but the boys basketball season kicks off tonight, the night before Thanksgiving, and we're excited to be in the gym in Centerburg to have this game for you on our WMBO Facebook page and YouTube channel. And just a reminder, not on the radio due to, the weather wasn't good. It wasn't our fault, but we are on the live stream, so hopefully you tune in for that, and we'll have the game for you here tonight. We're going to take this break, though. Come back. We'll get you ready for the starting lineups presented by Cunningham Insurance. We'll also get the opening tip presented by Cunningham Insurance, and we will have high school boys basketball action from Centerburg High School. It is the Buckeye Stoves high school basketball season kickoff tonight. Centerburg and Mount Vernon will be facing off. Let's take this break. We'll come back, and basketball action's next on WMVO.
This is Lorraine from Buckeye Stoves. It's not too late to purchase a pellet stove and get a free ton of pellets for the winter season. Harmon offers top-of-the-line pellet stoves like the infamous P68. Also, if you have a chimney and need a suite, we do that too. We use nothing but the best with Copperfield products like Home Saver, Rovac, and Duravent to allow your chimney to remain safe, clean, and durable. Stop by our showroom, Buckeye Stoves, on State Route 95 in Fredericktown. Visit us on the web at buckeyestoves.com. Buckeye Stoves, the cozy way to save.
Expert DIYer? Rookie renovator? Get all the stuff you'll need from people who know how to use it at Danville Feed and Supply, Hardware, and Lumberyard. You'll find everything from commercial and custom feed to paint and plumbing. If you're not quite sure what you need, these friendly folks are happy to help. Grab your list of projects and come on down to the bigger, Better, Danville Feed and Supply Hardware and Lumberyard, all in one building on South Market Street in Danville.
You're ready for cool weather, tree stands, and hunter's orange. Ready to get your first deer of the season. You'll know you're ready because you went to Danville Outdoors. Stock up on everything from deer feed to practice targets. When that 10-point buck finally steps into range, you'll be ready. Before you go outdoors, go see the folks at Danville Outdoors. Have you been to the new store yet? You're gonna love it. South Market Street in Danville. DanvilleOutdoor.com.
Whether it's your home, farm, auto, business, RV, or boat, Griffin Insurance has you covered. Located at 300 Coshocton Avenue in Mount Vernon, we've been protecting what matters most to Knox County for decades. Call 740-397-7488 today and experience the trusted local service you deserve. Griffin Insurance, coverage you can count on from people you know.
Cunningham Insurance, your local and dependable insurance agency. You can come visit us in person at 13361 Worcester Road in Mount Vernon. Our companies like Wayne Mutual have allowed us to service Knox and surrounding counties with their farm, home, auto, and commercial insurance. As independent agents, we work for you with service you can trust by agents who live in and impact the local communities. Call us at 740-397-7038 or visit CunninghamInsuranceLTD.com. Cunningham Insurance, family owned and operated since 1974. Let's talk soon.
Great news, Central Ohio. Foster's Pharmacy offers daily dose packaging, which are convenient and simple. It's truly personalized care you're looking for. It just starts with a call to get started. Take the hassle out of your medications. Call 740-392-0911. Foster's Health Mart Pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
This is Lorraine from Buckeye Stoves. It's not too late to purchase a pellet stove and get a free ton of pellets for the winter season. Harmon offers top-of-the-line pellet stoves like the infamous P68. Also, if you have a chimney and need a suite, we do that too. We use nothing but the best with Copperfield products like Home Saver, Rovac, and Duravent to allow your chimney to remain safe, clean, and durable. Stop by our showroom, Buckeye Stoves, on State Route 95 in Fredericktown. Visit us on the web at buckeyestoves.com. Buckeye Stoves, the cozy way to save.
And we welcome you back here to Centerburg High School, home of the Centerburg Trojans. Centerburg and Mount Vernon to open up the 2025-26 season for high school boys basketball here, presented by Buckeye Stoves on the WWBO Facebook page and YouTube channel as well, live streaming, so check that out. Tonight's starting lineup is presented by Cunningham Insurance, and again, these are some names you don't really hear a lot of from last year because of a lot of graduations and some different things, but for the visiting Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets, coached by Nick Kuhn in his 11th season for the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets, they will start Landon Dawson, a 6'4" sophomore. He'll wear number 12. Number 20, Cody Dappridge, the 5'7" sophomore. Trace Beck coming back after last season, a guy who had a really nice sophomore year, 6'4" junior, wearing number 24. Trent Wells, 6'1" senior, number 32, in his first year here with the Jackets. And Lane Mustard, a 6'1" senior, wearing number 44. Ty Calkins, Joe Perry, Nolan Belcher, Josh Egan, the assistants for the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets. Meanwhile, for the Centerburg Trojans, Hayden Love, a 6'1" senior, will be starting along with Blaine Ball, a 5'10" senior. Caleb Rodebeck, a 6' freshman, wearing number 4. Stephen Beaver, wearing number 5, a 5'11" senior. And Drew Trout, a 6'1" sophomore, also starting. John Marhefka, the head coach. Tyler Mason and Anthony Maddox will be the assistants this year. So that's your starting lineups presented by Cunningham Insurance as we get ready for basketball action here from Centerburg High School. The Centerburg Trojans again finished 14-10 last year, 9-5 in the KMAC, but they lost a lot of production from last year, 44 points that they'll have to make up here. Tonight's opening tip presented by Cunningham Insurance. Play with sportsmanship, respect the game, your teammates, and your opponent's championship character shows every night. Cunningham Insurance allows you to cover home, barn, life, business, auto, and so much more. 740-397-7038. And thanks to Cunningham Insurance, tonight's opening tip of the game as the opening tip is about to take place. Mount Vernon will be in their road black with the white and orange trim. The orange numbers trimmed in white. Mount Vernon on the front in orange trimmed in white. Centerburg in the home white jerseys, red numbers. It will be Trout and Dawson, who will be at center circle opposite each other. Centerburg going left to right. Mount Vernon right to left as we get ready to open up the season here. Of course, one year it was here. Nick Kuhn couldn't coach. He was sick, but Centerburg wins the tip. And with it, Blaine Ball controls for the Centerburg Trojans. And Mount Vernon opens up in his own, gives it to Rodebeck with the basketball. Throws it cross court. On the left wing with the basketball is Beaver. Beaver dribbling inside, kicks it to the corner. Dribbling on the baseline. Love tries to pass it out, knocked away, taken away. And the other way, Dawson now gives it for Wells. Trent Wells with the basketball. Wells gives it Dawson on the right wing. Mustard to screen, now gives it up Wells. Wells, a three from the head of the key, up and good. Trent Wells, a three, and he gets the scoring started. The Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets. They said he's a great shooter, and boy, that looked pure there. 3-0 lead now with the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets. Now the ball into the front court with Blaine Ball. He's got it on the left wing. Blaine Ball gives it up now for Rodebeck. Rodebeck gives it on the right wing to Beaver. Beaver has it. Got a Hayden Love. Centerburg trailing 3-0 with the basketball. Ball gets it back. Right wing to Beaver. Beaver drops it for Ball. Ball had it for a second, lost it, got it back. Here's a three for the tie. It is up. It is too short. Missed there by Love. Rebound by Mustard. Pushed by Wells, throws it cross court to Beck. With the basketball, Beck crosses over, goes inside, knocked away near the baseline, saves it. Open three for the left wing, up, and it is way too long. Mustard tries to chase it down. He does, saves it to Dawson off the miss. And now inside Mustard with the right hand, up off the glass and in. And it's a 5-0 lead now for the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets. 6:36 to go in the opening quarter. In the front court, and Beaver must have thought Mr. Gary was on the team, and goes out of bounds. Of course, Mr. Gary used to coach over there at not coach, but was the principal at Fredericktown. Now he's at Centerburg. Wells with the basketball, and a 5-0 lead for Mount Vernon. And looking inside, there's Wells, who lays it off the glass. Too strong on the left. And a rebound for the Centerburg Trojans with Beaver. And now a push by Ball, gives it Beaver on the left wing. And Hayden Love wants an open three, and he misses again. This one's tipped to the air. Mustard's got it, now pushes. These two teams want to get up and down the floor. Wells inside. Wells has it knocked away. It'll go out of bounds, and Mount Vernon will have it on the baseline. Buckeye Stoves High School basketball. 6:04 to go in the opening quarter. And a 5-0 lead. A Wells triple and a Mustard two. Scores in this one as Mount Vernon triggers it in with Wells. And ball knocked away by Beaver, and they say it was saved. Now with it is Rodebeck. Boy, I thought his foot hit the sideline instead. Rodebeck tries. He picks up his dribble. Now almost knocked away. Now Ball has it in the front court. Ball for the Centerburg Trojans. One-hander to Love. Love lays it off the glass and in. Right of the rim. And first points of the ball game for Centerburg and of the season go to Hayden Love. It's 5-2 lead for the Yellow Jackets. Right wing to Landon Dawson. Dawson goes inside. Cut off on the baseline. Gives it now for Beck. Head fakes. Goes inside. And he lays it up and in. Trace Beck. Left to the rim, and it's now 7-2. Good answer for the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets. 7-2. They lead it right now. Spinning around, ball lost. It's tipped around, picked up by Dawson, who slows it down for the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets. Landon Dawson played at Ace Knox. Now playing at Mount Vernon. Wells goes inside. Wells scoops it up, can't finish. Left to the rim with the right hand. And now Hayden Love, who has the only points for Centerburg. He's got the basketball. Bounces to Beaver, who has it knocked away, and it's taken away. Going the other way is Dappridge. Dappridge gives it up for Wells. Wells with the left hand, up and good. And Trent Wells gets the two to go. And we'll head to the free throw line, our first foul of the season. Alex Caladius goes into the ballgame and a timeout called. Trojans down 9-2, 4:59 to go opening quarter. WMVO.
Expert DIYer? Rookie renovator? Get all the stuff you'll need from people who know how to use it at Danville Feed and Supply Hardware and Lumberyard. You'll find everything from commercial and custom feed to paint and plumbing. If you're not quite sure what you need, these friendly folks are happy to help. Grab your list of projects and come on down to the bigger, better Danville Feed and Supply Hardware and Lumberyard, all in one building on South Market Street in Danville.
You're ready for cool weather, tree stands, and hunter's orange. Ready to get your first deer of the season. You'll know you're ready because you went to Danville Outdoors. Stock up on everything from deer feed to practice targets. When that 10-point buck finally steps into range, you'll be ready. Before you go outdoors, go see the folks at Danville Outdoors. Have you been to the new store yet? You're gonna love it. South Market Street in Danville. DanvilleOutdoor.com.
All right, we are back here in Centerburg, and the Centerburg Trojans are right now trailing at 9-2 as Wells going to the free throw line, trying to finish off an and one. Buckeye Stoves high school basketball here, tipping off first game of our season here, and I know Delaney and Gary are just glad that it's inside, especially tonight because it's windy and it's cold, and it was snowing earlier. Wells free throw up, and he finishes the three-point play, and it's now 10-2, Mount Vernon with the lead as the Trojans push the ball into the front court. Ball with the basketball on the right wing. Ball gives it up, ball knocked away, picked back up. Inside with it is Frodebeck. Now gives it in the corner. Going in is Brody Cole, who's into the ball game for the first time. Also into the ball game. Oh, Beaver's still out there, I guess. He's got the basketball right now. Beaver bounces inside to Brody Cole. Cole spins around with the right hand. Cole can't finish, too strong. And a rebound, Landon Dawson for these Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets. Pushes for Wells. Wells has it on the right wing. Goes cross court. And now an open three is taken and missed. Rebound Beaver off the miss there. The Centerburg Trojans 10-2. They trail it but have the basketball with Blaine Ball. 4:10 to go in the opening quarter. And now Trout has it on the left wing. He throws it away. Now being chased down, but couldn't quite get to it. Could Camden Carrier, who's also into the ball game for the first time. It's 10-2 our score right now. As Wells will control it for the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets. He played some ball in Australia where it's tough there in Australia because those guys are big guys. Inside goes Dawson. He gets blocked, and it's picked up by Beaver, and Beaver will push with a 10-2 lead for Mount Vernon. Centerburg's got the basketball. Bounces now for Rodebeck. 3:42 to go opening quarter. 10-2 right now in favor of Mount Vernon. Now Beaver high on the left with the basketball. Beaver against this zone defense. Ball gives it to Cole, spins around, shoots a jumper, and it rims in and out. And a rebound for Landon Dawson. Dawson then kind of does a somersault, and it's picked up by Wells. Wells cross court gives it up. Now Wells gets it back. Contested three. Misses it short. A rebound pulled down by the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets and a kick back out. It goes out of bounds, and Centerburg has it. And now you're going to get 4 new bodies in for the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets. As for Mount Vernon on the floor right now, in is Parker Ward. Wells comes out of the ball game. Trace Beck is in there. Right now, Blaine Ball has it for Centerburg. Blaine Ball spins around. Gives it back behind him. Rodebeck, right wing to Beaver. Back to Ball, head of the key. Moving the basketball around right now. Hayden Love has it. Only points for Centerburg. Right wing to Ball. 10-2, Mount Vernon the lead. Centerburg playing against the zone. 2:54 to go opening quarter. Beaver has it, and it's knocked away and taken away. And going the other way, they flip it up the floor, and it's trying to throw back behind him to Beck instead of taking the shot. It goes out of bounds. We'll stay with the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets. Substitution for Centerburg. Dustin Parker, a 6-foot freshman, comes into the ball game. Now, he was a guy that I believe played in the JV game as well, but they only played 2 quarters, so he's pretty available here. Here's a three that is up and up the front of the rim. Missed there by Ward, and pushing it now is Love, who loses control and loses the basketball. Turnovers have been a real issue for Centerburg. They trail it 10-2 right now. Ward gives it up. Now to Trace Beck. Beck back to Ward, head of the key. And he knocked away, taken away by Hayden Love. Hayden Love goes down the floor. Love is fouled there by Ward, and Love will go to the free throw line. Well, Centerburg has not scored since the 5:46 mark here in the opening quarter. Hayden Love at the free throw line for Centerburg. So, again, you're going to see Centerburg try to develop some kind of depth here as Love hits the free throw. Going to try to develop some kind of depth because this is new. They lost a lot of production from last year, and the free throws are good. And so it's 10-4, 2:22 to go here in this first quarter. Beck has the basketball and swung around the perimeter there to Dappridge. Dappridge now gives it up into the corner. Ward has the basketball left of the lane. Now going inside, Dappridge kicks it to the corner. Beck fakes a three. Beck goes inside. Beck with the right hand up the glass and in. Right of the rim, Beck finishes to make it 12-4. And now some more pressure extended here for the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets. As Dustin Parker has it here to Blaine Ball. Blaine Ball going inside. Blaine Ball stripped to the basketball, goes out of bounds, and it'll go back to the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets. And the horn appeared to be stuck. So 1:43 to go. I think we got the message there. There were some substitutions. 12-4 is our score right now. Hey, thanks to Buckeye Stoves, Foster's Pharmacy, Griffin Insurance, Danville Feed and Supply, Hardware and Lumber, Danville Outdoors, Cunningham Insurance for bringing you tonight's game. Beck has the basketball, gives it up for Dappridge. Dappridge looking for Mustard. Mustard with the left hand. Oh, he's off balance and he got it to go left of the rim. Mustard makes it 14-4. Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets lane to Mustard. And now for the Centerburg Trojans facing that pressure. Rodebeck gives it up there. And Dustin Parker has it. And now it's knocked away again. Wells has it. Wells puts it off the glass. He is fouled. Boy, Wells is a big body. He's a strong kid. And he's skilled. And he's going to the free throw line now. Trent Wells to the free throw line. The foul is on Dustin Parker. Well, the scoreboard doesn't have Wells back into the ball game, but his free throw is up, and it is perfect. He's got 7 points, if you wondered. Beaver is in. Parker is out for Centerburg, who trails at 15-4 right now in this one. Centerburg Trojans down 15-4. Wells, free throw, beauty. He's hit all three of them tonight. And it's 16-4 in favor of the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets. Beaver throws it away. It's taken away by Beck. Beck was going to probably try to go up for a slam. It looked like initially maybe to throw it down, but he lost his balance. And now the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets will keep it. Wells to trigger it in on the baseline. Buckeye Stoves brings you high school basketball all season long thanks to Lorraine Boss, the owner of Buckeye Stoves. Now Dawson back into the ball game, gives it Wells on the left wing. Wells stops, goes inside, now kicks it back out. Three by Dappridge is up. It is too long, into the hands of Love, who pushes under a minute to go opening quarter. Love has the basketball in the front court. Love, he gives it up for Rodebeck. Rodebeck bounces for Beaver. Beaver looks for Rodebeck, can't find him, so bounces in for Brody Cole. Brody Cole with the right hand. Soft touch, can't finish though. Dawson clears it for Mount Vernon. 40 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Now a push. Wells controls the basketball. Wells with 35 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Gives it up. Here's Landon Dawson stepping into a three. Leaves it short. Beaver gets the rebound. And our first jump ball of the season, it appears. Yes. And it will stay with the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets. 30 seconds to go in the opening quarter. 16-4 is our score. And you're seeing that talent from Trent Wells here in the early going. It's 16-4. Mount Vernon with the lead. Centerburg only has one field goal in the quarter and a pair of free throws by Love. Dappridge the basketball. Bounces Mustard above the foul line. Gives it up on the left wing. Wells a three. Wells up and leaves it well short. And the ball is taken there by Trout, who gives it up now for Brody Cole. He's got it in the front court. 15 seconds. Cole into the right corner. Hayden Love. 10 seconds to go in the opening quarter. With the basketball. Rodebeck goes back behind him to Beaver. 5 seconds. Back to Rodebeck. Cross court. Gives it up for Love. Now to Cole. Cole's got to shoot it. He doesn't. And it's the end of the first quarter. All Mount Vernon right now, 16-4. Mount Vernon leading Centerburg at the end of one. Buckeye Stoves High School Hoops on WMVO.
Cunningham Insurance, your local and dependable insurance agency. You can come visit us in person at 13361 Worcester Road in Mount Vernon. Our companies like Wayne Mutual have allowed us to service Knox and surrounding counties with their farm, home, auto, and commercial insurance. As independent agents, we work for you with service you can trust by agents who live in and impact the local communities. Call us at 740-397-7038 or visit CunninghamInsuranceLTD.com. Cunningham Insurance, family owned and operated since 1974. Let's talk soon.
Whether it's your home, farm, auto, business, RV, or boat, Griffin Insurance has you covered. Located at 300 Coshocton Avenue in Mount Vernon, we've been protecting what matters most to Knox County for decades. Call 740-397-7488 today and experience the trusted local service you deserve. Griffin Insurance, coverage you can count on from people you know.
Back here at Centerburg, where it is all Mount Vernon at the end of one. The Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets lead at 16-4. Centerburg will go Hayden Love, Blaine Ball, Stephen Beaver, Drew Trout, and Brody Cole. And for Mount Vernon, it's Dappridge, Dawson, Wells, Mustard, and Trace Beck to start the second quarter. 16-4, Mount Vernon. Only 2 scores for Centerburg, 2 free throws by Love and a bucket by Love. Ball has it, knocked away, taken away. Dappridge has been everywhere tonight. Dappridge bounces. Wells has it, off the glass and in, right of the rim, and Wells starts where he left off, and it's 18-4. Mount Vernon all over Centerburg right now. And looking back behind him, Love is fouled as he tries to get it into the front court. 18-4, 10 points for Trent Wells right now for the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets. Fouls called on Dappridge. He is first. Blaine Ball has the basketball. Centerburg down 18-4 right now. Blaine Ball with it for Centerburg. Gives it now for Love. That connection worked in football season pretty well. Beaver tries to save it and throws it into the backcourt, and it's going to be over and back on Centerburg. Well, right now it has been an ugly start for Centerburg. However, John Marhefka, one of the best coaches at the Knoxmore Athletic Conference and in the area, and you know, it's an inexperienced group here, so he's going to kind of learn on the fly, but his team down 18-4. Landon Dawson has it, dribbles a couple of times, gives it up for Trent Wells. Now back to Dawson, back to Wells. Wells wants a 3 from the right point. He misses. Rebound Mustard. Mustard stripped of the ball by Trout, but it'll stay with Mount Vernon. 7:14 to go first half. 18-4 our score right now as the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets all over Centerburg. Closest this thing has been was when it was 3-0 and when it was 5-2. That's it. Wells has the basketball, trying to get the basketball into Dappridge. He does. Dappridge to Beck. Now Dawson on the left wing. Back to Beck. Head fakes. Right wing onto the baseline. Wells traveled. So Wells' feet moved before the basketball hit the floor. 7:06 to go in the first half. 18-4. Our score. I do want to thank Foster's Pharmacy, Griffin Insurance, Danville Feed and Supply, Hardware and Lumber, Danville Outdoors, Cunningham Insurance as well. Pressure here, knocked away, and a push to Dappridge. Dappridge, a little floater, no. Rebound Wells, no. Rebound Wells, no. And Dappridge got the ball, and he gets fouled. So a lot of opportunities there for the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets. I believe the foul is on Blaine Ball. That's his second. And so Caleb Rodebeck, a freshman, will come in. And Ball is going to stay in there despite having the 2 fouls. Wells to trigger it in. Beck was over by the bench, and now a Dappridge 3 is up and grazes the rim. Rebound for Ball to push. 18-4, Mount Vernon. Centerburg gets a stop. Now they give it up at the foul line. Jumper is up, and it is good by Rodebeck. And it's 18-6 now. Centerburg finally scores again. It's been a while since the 2:22 mark of the first quarter. Now Dawson gives it up. Wells inside. Wells' right hand up, and it is no good. A rebound for Drew Trout for Centerburg, and he will push. Trout with the basketball. His team down 18-6, 6:17 to go first half. And the ball almost taken away. Ball gives it up, making a 3. And Rodebeck gets it on the sideline. Rodebeck needs some help. Rodebeck bounces now for Cole. Cole gives it up. Love, right wing the ball. Back into Cole. Cole almost traveled with it. Instead has the basketball. Brody Cole gives it to a cutting Ball, who puts it up and in on a little floater, and Centerburg with back-to-back buckets. And it's 18-8. 5:53 to go here in this first half. First 2 points for Ball in this ball game. Now Landon Dawson goes inside. Dawson stops on the right block. Mustard back to Dawson, right wing. Dawson puts it on the floor. Dawson cross court, gives it for Beck. Trace Beck inside. Now to Mustard. Mustard gives it up for Dappridge, loses the handle, gets it back, goes inside, drops it off. There's Beck, dribbles once, puts it up, no good, gets his own rebound. Beck puts it off the glass, no good, tipped around, gathered there by the Centerburg Trojans. Caleb Rodebeck, who pushes. 18-8 Mount Vernon. Caleb Rodebeck goes inside, makes a nice move, good stop, and Centerburg now with 6 straight points here, and it's 18-10, 5:15 to go in this first half. Timeout, Mount Vernon will take it with them. Centerburg, 6 straight, get back into the ball game, trailing by 8, 5:15 to go this first half. Jackets leading, WMVO.
Great news, Central Ohio. Foster's Pharmacy offers daily dose packaging, which are convenient and simple. It's truly personalized care you're looking for. It just starts with a call to get started. Take the hassle out of your medications. Call 740-392-0911. Foster's Health Mart Pharmacy.
Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Back here at Centerburg, Trojans have rattled off 6 in a row, including 4 by the freshman Caleb Rodebeck. And I don't know what's happening with the horn, but it is stuck again. Now, this happened to me one time in my car, but actually it happened twice with me in the car. I was driving down Coshocton Avenue and my horn got stuck. I pulled into what was then Hardee's, and it was still going up, and I really didn't know what to do. It eventually stopped. I had to pull the fuse. But the horn has had some problems here tonight, so maybe we just negate it for the evening. I don't know. 18-10, Centerburg 6 straight points. Mount Vernon out of their timeout. Wells with the basketball, gives it up on the left wing. To Carrier, now Mustard has it, looking for Carrier. Instead gives it up Landon Dawson. Dawson has it on the left elbow, now gives it up for Wells. Wells going inside. Wells fouled on the drive. 4:58 to go first half. 18-10 our score. This game, you know, both teams want to get out in transition, but there hasn't really been a ton of flow to it. Times with some pushing. Wells trying to get the ball in, and he does give it up. And Mustard now to Wells after the basketball moved around. 4:44 to go in this first half. Mustard gives it up. Clidius has the basketball. Now gives it up for Dawson. Landon Dawson kicks it out. And now 18-10 our score. Mustard, they're not really getting a lot of penetration right now as Dawson gives it up for Wells. Wells has the basketball. Wells from Mount Vernon dribbling inside. Wells inside. Wells contacted but goes out of bounds. Will stay with Mount Vernon. This is where Zane Barber would be a great 1-2 punch right now with Trent Wells, but unfortunately for the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets, it's not going to happen this year. Boy, if he was there, wow. Ball was knocked around, eventually picked up by Trout. Centerburg, again, has rattled off 6 in a row to get back within 8. And with 4:17 to go in this first half, they have the basketball. Trout with it for Centerburg. He gives it up for Rodebeck, the freshman. Now Trout has it, lost it, and the ball ripped away there by the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets. Good aggressiveness there, and it will go back to Mount Vernon with 4:09 to go in the first half. Tonight's game presented by Buckeye Stoves, our title sponsor, and also brought to you in part by Foster's Pharmacy, Griffin Insurance, Danville Feed and Supply and Hardware, as well as Lumber, Danville Outdoors, and Cunningham Insurance. Mustard to the bench. So Mount Vernon will have Carrier out there along with Dappridge. Dawson will go to the bench. Jack Ewers is in for the first time. Parker Ward's out there. And Trace Beck, who's been rather quiet tonight with the 4 points. But Centerburg on a 6-0 run right now. And it's 18-10. They give it up. Here's a Ward three from the corner. Ward can't get it to go. Ball knocked around and taken away. Centerburg Trojans, Rodebeck doing a nice job. Freshman's pretty aggressive out here for Centerburg. Now Beaver with it. Beaver going inside. Beaver loses it. Now puts a little floater up, misses. Saved by Cole to Beaver. Corner three, up by Hayden Love. It's off the front of the rim. Rebound Beaver. Now Love. Little floater. It's up. It's too strong. And it's knocked out of bounds and will stay with Centerburg. Well, the Trojans are getting some good looks right now. They just can't get them to go. And it's 18-10, a 6-0 run for Centerburg right now. Now, Vernon hasn't scored since the 7:44 mark of this second quarter. Here's a baseline jumper. Cole got it to go. Centerburg an 8-0 run now. Well, tell you what, Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets, they have not scored since Trent Wells made it 18-4 at the 7:44 mark of this quarter. Trace Beck with the basketball, dribbling into the lane. He gives it up, swings around. Here's ahead of the key three, and it rattles home. Needed it badly. Jack Ewers gives it to him. So it makes it 21-12 with 3:05 to go in this first half. Ball in the backcourt right now with Hayden Love, and it's knocked away. Now a throw off the floor to Ward, who stops, puts it up, and he's fouled. Parker Ward for the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets, 6'2 senior, gets it to go. And just like that, Cole made it a 6-point game at the 3:29 mark, and then that three by Ewers, boy, that was huge for the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets, and Ward now has a chance to make it a 3-point play. Blaine Ball will come in for Centerburg, and I believe Rodebeck's coming out. Yes, he is. So the senior replaces the freshman, and Ward trying for a 3-point play. Well, Centerburg got some momentum, and then couldn't do anything more with it after that three here, and see what they can do with Blaine Ball. 2:49 to go here in this first half. Brody Cole will pull up for an elbow jumper and get it to rattle home. Cole. Hey, what? That looked pretty good. Centerburg back within 9. Now Beck with the basketball. Beck lost the basketball. It's into the backcourt, and now Centerburg's Trout is going to go after it, but touching it to get the backcourt violation is Ewers. So Dawson coming in. Wells will come in. Mustard will come in for Mount Vernon, as they've seen enough of some turnovers that they've had. And now again, Centerburg down 9 could make this a 2-possession game if they were to get a triple. With 2:27 to go in the first half. Love gets the basketball into Ball. Gives it up for Beaver. Beaver. And throws it right to Landon Dawson. That's not going to work. 2:18 to go in this first half. Now Beck gives it up, gets it back. Transition three up, leaves it in front of the rim. Rebound Beaver. Beaver tosses up for Love. Love in transition, pulls it back out on the left wing. Fires it across, picked up by Beck. He flips it up the floor to Wells. Wells has the basketball. Wells lays it off the glass and in right to the rim. 25-12 as Wells scores it in transition. It's not a very loud gym in here tonight, that's for sure. Cole saves it on the sideline. Double team, gets out of it. And they say he stepped on the sideline, so he didn't get out of it. 25-14, 1:47 to go in this first half. Mount Vernon with the lead. Centerburg was down 16-4 at the end of one, but pulled this back within 6 at one point. But right now, struggling offensively. Dawson gives it up. Daprich head fakes. Daprich goes inside, stops left of the lane. Daprich throws it back behind him to Beck. Now to Dawson. Dawson to Wells. Wells deep three for the right wing. Up. It's too strong. Rebound knocked around, and it's picked up by Beck. Cross court one-handed to Dawson. Now Wells with it. Wells. Daprich on the left point, left wing. Gives it up for Beck, back to Daprich. Daprich going inside. Daprich, nice feed to Mustard, who can't finish left of the rim. Ball tipped in the air. Daprich gets the rebound. He misses right of the rim. Tapped around by Cole now. Picked up by Beck. With the basketball on the left wing, Beck. 1:10 to go first half. It's 25-14. Mount Vernon with the lead. Mustard has it. The head of the key. Mustard looking back door. Throws it right to Beaver. A lot of turnovers in this one. Going to get that in the first game of the season, though. Beaver goes inside. He spins. Puts it up. Too strong. Rebound Dawson. Mount Vernon. 53 seconds to go in this first half, and the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets are up 11. Daprich, Wells looking with the basketball. Wells from Beck. Now Daprich, a left point three. It is too strong. A rebound Mustard for Mount Vernon. Back to Daprich. Cross court. Now Wells with it, looks into Daprich. Daprich had a good look, and then he just reverses and can't get it to go, and then it's picked up by Ball for a second. Dives on the floor, bodies flying, and it will be a jump ball. Centerburg will have it with 30 seconds to go here in this first half. Well, Centerburg, you would think, would want to just go for one shot, get just to potentially a one-possession, or a single-digit game, I should say. But right now, 25-14. The Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets are leading in this one. They led it 16-4 at the end of one, so Centerburg's actually outscored Mount Vernon here in this second quarter as Ball has the basketball. Flips it up for Love, a little lackadaisical, and now Dawson has it. Dawson almost traveled, and he did. No, they say an offensive foul and not a travel. With 20 seconds to go in this first half, Landon Dawson picks up his first foul. And Landon Dawson, yeah, he's got a lot of offers for football, that's for sure. Blaine Ball had it for a second, goes through his hands out of bounds. Sloppy basketball here tonight. Boy, oh boy. Well, we got a girls' basketball game on Tuesday night, and we're hoping that maybe them playing a couple of games, it won't be as sloppy. I don't know, but right now this has not been pretty, but right now Centerburg is trailing by 11. Mount Vernon the basketball. Beck has it, gives it to Mustard. 6 seconds. Right wing to Dawson. Gives it up for Wells. Wells, a three from the left point. Up. He leaves it short. And a rebound for Brody Cole. End of the first half, 25-14. Centerburg is trailing in this one. The Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets, after leading at 16-4 at the end of the first quarter, lead at 25-14 at the break. Buckeye Stoves High School Basketball here on WMBO's Facebook and YouTube pages. Don't forget, we'll usually have it on the radio, but tonight we don't because it's really windy and cold, and that affects us a lot here. But 25-14, the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets are leading in this one. And we do want to thank all of our great sponsors. Again, Buckeye Stoves, our title sponsor, Foster's Pharmacy, Griffin Insurance, Danville Feed and Supply, Hardware and Lumber, Danville Outdoors, and Cunningham Insurance. At the half, Mount Vernon up 11, high school boys basketball. Opening night for us here on WMBO.
Expert DIYer? Rookie renovator? Get all the stuff you'll need from people who know how to use it at Danville Feed and Supply, Hardware, and Lumberyard. You'll find everything from commercial and custom feed to paint and plumbing. If you're not quite sure what you need, these friendly folks are happy to help. Grab your list of projects and come on down to the bigger, better Danville Feed and Supply, Hardware, and Lumberyard, all in one building on South Market Street in Danville.
This is Lorraine from Buckeye Stoves. It's not too late to purchase a pellet stove and get a free ton of pellets for the winter season. Harmon offers top-of-the-line pellet stoves like the infamous P68. Also, if you have a chimney and need a suite, we do that too. We use nothing but the best with Copperfield products like Home Saver, Rovac, and Duravent to allow your chimney to remain safe, clean, and durable. Stop by our showroom, Buckeye Stoves, on State Route 95 in Fredericktown. Visit us on the web at buckeyestoves.com. Buckeye Stoves, the cozy way to save.
You're ready for cool weather, tree stands, and hunter's orange. Ready to get your first deer of the season. You'll know you're ready because you went to Danville Outdoors. Stock up on everything from deer feed to practice targets. When that 10-point buck finally steps into range, you'll be ready. Before you go outdoors, go see the folks at Danville Outdoors. Have you been to the new store yet? You're gonna love it. South Market Street in Danville. DanvilleOutdoor.com.
Cunningham Insurance, your local and dependable insurance agency. You can come visit us in person at 13361 Worcester Road in Mount Vernon. Our companies like Wayne Mutual have allowed us to service Knox and surrounding counties with their farm, home, auto, and commercial insurance. As independent agents, we work for you with service you can trust by agents who live in and impact the local communities. Call us at 740-397-7038 or visit CunninghamInsuranceLTD.com. Cunningham Insurance, family owned and operated since 1974. Let's talk soon.
Whether it's your home, farm, auto, business, RV, or boat, Griffin Insurance has you covered. Located at 300 Coshocton Avenue in Mount Vernon, we've been protecting what matters most to Knox County for decades. Call 740-397-7488 today and experience the trusted local service you deserve. Griffin Insurance, coverage you can count on from people you know.
Great news, Central Ohio. Foster's Pharmacy offers daily dose packaging, which are convenient and simple. It's truly personalized care you're looking for. It just starts with a call to get started. Take the hassle out of your medications. Call 740-392-0911. Foster's Health Mart Pharmacy.
Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
All right, we're back here in Centerburg, 25-14. The lead at the half for the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets in this matchup with the Centerburg Trojans, which, again, Centerburg won the first matchup 63-53. Mount Vernon won 57-39 the next year, and then last year and the following year as well, 58-32. And, of course, last year, a big win as well over the Centerburg Trojans. But this one's close right now, 25-14 to an extent. Both teams struggling offensively. It started off as Trent Wells hit a three for the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets. Lane Mustard then hit a bucket for the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets to make it 5-0. Hayden Love hit the only field goal Centerburg would score in that first quarter, make it 5-2. Then Trace Beck got a two. Wells got an and one to make it 10-2. Love hit a pair of free throws. That would do it for the scoring for Centerburg in the first quarter. Beck got it 2, Mustard scored, and then Wells hit a pair of free throws to make it 16-4 Mount Vernon at the end of the first quarter. Into the second quarter, Wells extended the lead to 18-4 with a score. But then Centerburg went on a 6-0 run that, were for them, Rodebeck, Ball, Rodebeck, Cole, they all scored in that time frame and were able to get the game back to 6. But then a big three by a guy who came off the bench, Jack Ewers, a 6'2 sophomore for Mount Vernon, hit a big three. And then Parker Ward scored. Cole answered with a 2. Wells scored for Mount Vernon. 25-14 is where we're at right now. And the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets lead here at the half. And we do want to thank Buckeye Stoves, our title sponsor, Foster's Pharmacy, Griffin Insurance, Danville Feed and Supply Hardware, as well as lumber. Danville Outdoors and Cunningham Insurance. Next week, we will be here at Centerburg. Well, of course, we'll have the show Monday night. We'll be in Centerburg on a Tuesday night as Centerburg and Northmore girls basketball will face off. Then we'll be at Mount Vernon for Mount Vernon and Highland on the boys' side on Wednesday as well. And so join us for high school basketball next week on WMVO, and hopefully we'll have the radio. Well, the radio will be back by then, but right now it's just crappy weather, and this is kind of what happens as well. But we're at the half. It's 25-14, our score, as the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets lead the Centerburg Trojans in this ball game. And like I say, we're going to have the Ohio State-Michigan game on Saturday here on on the radio on WMVO. We won't live stream it. That would be kind of cool, though, to go to Ann Arbor and live stream it, although it's supposed to be like 30 degrees, my understanding. And we're here at Centerburg tonight on a chilly, windy night, outside but inside, perfect for this 25-14 lead for the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets at the half. Let's take this break. We'll come back, and we'll get you ready for second half action. It's next on WMVO.
Expert DIYer? Rookie renovator? Get all the stuff you'll need from people who know how to use it at Danville Feed and Supply Hardware and Lumberyard. You'll find everything from commercial and custom feed to paint and plumbing. If you're not quite sure what you need, these friendly folks are happy to help. Grab your list of projects and come on down to the bigger, better Danville Feed and Supply Hardware and Lumberyard, all in one building on South Market Street in Danville.
This is Lorraine from Buckeye Stoves. It's not too late to purchase a pellet stove and get a free ton of pellets for the winter season. Harmon offers top-of-the-line pellet stoves like the infamous P68. Also, if you have a chimney and need a suite, we do that too. We use nothing but the best with Copperfield products like Home Saver, Rovac, and Duravent to allow your chimney to remain safe, clean, and durable. Stop by our showroom, Buckeye Stoves, on State Route 95 in Fredericktown. Visit us on the web at buckeyestoves.com. Buckeye Stoves, the cozy way to save.
You're ready for cool weather, tree stands, and hunter's orange. Ready to get your first deer of the season. You'll know you're ready because you went to Danville Outdoors. Stock up on everything from deer feed to practice targets. When that 10-point buck finally steps into range, you'll be ready. Before you go outdoors, go see the folks at Danville Outdoors. Have you been to the new store yet? You're gonna love it. South Market Street in Danville. DanvilleOutdoor.com.
Cunningham Insurance, your local and dependable insurance agency. You can come visit us in person at 13361 Worcester Road in Mount Vernon. Our companies like Wayne Mutual have allowed us to service Knox and surrounding counties with their farm, home, auto, and commercial insurance. As independent agents, we work for you with service you can trust by agents who live in and impact the local communities. Call us at 740-397-7038 or visit CunninghamInsuranceLTD.com. Cunningham Insurance, family owned and operated since 1974. Let's talk soon.
Whether it's your home, farm, auto, business, RV, or boat, Griffin Insurance has you covered. Located at 300 Coshocton Avenue in Mount Vernon, we've been protecting what matters most to Knox County for decades. Call 740-397-7488 today and experience the trusted local service you deserve. Griffin Insurance, coverage you can count on from people you know.
All right, we're back here in Centerburg, where the second half is about to commence between Centerburg and Mount Vernon. Thanks to Buckeye Stoves, our title sponsor here, and all of our great sponsors that bring you sports. Of course, the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets, they are one of the best teams in Licking County League, and they're looking forward to that. Hey, good to see Nico Giacomas is below us. Of course, he played in the senior showcase last year, and I called him the wrong name all season long, apparently. I added the extra S. But he's down here, and good to see some alumni from both teams here tonight. But 25-14 is our score as we get ready for the second half action from Centerburg. 12 points for Wells to lead the way for Mount Vernon. Centerburg, it's pretty easy to talk about the scoring. Love, Rodebeck, and Cole have 4 points apiece. Lane Ball with 2 points as well. Of course, this season, all these Centerburg games will be without one person watching, as a 1982 graduate of Centerburg High School. My mother passed away on October the 28th, and I was a big fan of Centerburg basketball and graduated from here in 1982. But look forward to this season for Centerburg, and hopefully they have a great year. And same for the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets. But tonight, they're foes and facing off. And Cole is actually going to start the second half for Centerburg along with Trout. Out there as well as Rodebeck, Ball, and Love. And I don't know, everybody kind of hurried back out there. Wells has the basketball, gives it up for Mustard as we get started for the second half. And a give and go and a finish for Beck. Left to the rim. And it's 27-14 our score as we begin the third quarter. A lot of pressure here for Mount Vernon. Ball has the basketball for Centerburg. Almost lost it, and he dives at the floor, grabs it, gives it up. Trout, he throws it away. Wells saves it. Mustard throws it up for Dappridge. Dappridge has the basketball. Little floater up the glass too strong. Rebound Trout for Centerburg. Rips it away, and then a foul called on Mount Vernon. Either Dappridge or Beck. It is going to be on Cody Dappridge. Dappridge calling for the foul. 7:26 to go here in this third quarter. 27-14. If you're looking at the scoreboard and it says second quarter, they lied to you. Ball pushes it up into the front court. Rodebeck had 4 points in the first half. Ball has it, gives it up for Cole. Nice find to Trout, who finishes right at the rim. Looked like it might be too strong for a second there, and it's 27-16. Centerburg desperately needs to stop. Wells gives it at the foul line for Mustard. Mustard looking back door, and he throws it away. Centerburg's Cole has the basketball. And he gives it up for Rodebeck to push. Rodebeck, he almost threw it away. Ball picks it up. Ball with the right hand up, and it is no good halfway down and tipped by Dawson to Beck, who slows it. 6:45 to go in this third quarter, 27-16. Mustard now on the right wing to Wells. Wells has the basketball. Wells to Mustard. Mustard stops the head of the key, right wing to Wells. Around a ball screen. Wells, who had 12 in the first half, loses it, gives it up. Here's the three by Dawson. It's too strong. Chased down by Cole for Centerburg. So Centerburg getting some stops, but they got to score on the other end. They did. One bucket. Trout here this quarter, 27-16. And Rodebeck has it, bounces for Trout, and it's knocked away, taken away by Dappridge, and he pushes it up for Wells. Wells going inside. He finishes right at the rim. And a timeout is called by John Marhefka. Will take it with him. 6:08 to go in this third quarter, and it is 29-16. Mount Vernon has the lead. Buckeye Stoves High School basketball on WMVO.
Great news, Central Ohio. Foster's Pharmacy offers daily dose packaging, which are convenient and simple. It's truly personalized care you're looking for. It just starts with a call to get started. Take the hassle out of your medications. Call 740-392-0911. Foster's Health Mart Pharmacy.
Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Expert DIYer? Rookie renovator? Get all the stuff you'll need from people who know how to use it at Danville Feed and Supply, Hardware, and Lumberyard. You'll find everything from commercial and custom feed to paint and plumbing. If you're not quite sure what you need, these friendly folks are happy to help. Grab your list of projects and come on down to the bigger, better Danville Feed and Supply, Hardware, and Lumberyard, all in one building on South Market Street in Danville.
Back here at Centerburg, and some transition buckets. That's been kind of the name of the game here for both these teams, but specifically for Mount Vernon. They are forcing turnovers, and they are getting out quickly and running, led by Dappridge. 14 points, though, for Wells, leading all scorers here tonight. It's 29-16 as the ball is kicked by Wells, trying to get it into the front court. I don't know, Wells, he's a guy, and I got a chance to talk to him Monday night. He's got experience. I mean, he may not have played a lot of high school basketball over here, but he has the experience playing in Australia, and he's a pretty darn good player. Rodebeck gives it up for Ball. Ball to basketball against Wells. And the ball on the floor, Wells picks it up. He's looking for Daprich. Instead, takes it himself, goes inside, scoops it up, scoops it in right to the rim. Wells with back-to-back buckets, and it's 31-16. And, again, you can kind of see the different skill set that he has. But a foul going to be called on Daprich. I believe that's his third. 16 points for Trent Wells, 16 points for the Centerburg Trojans, and a 31-16 lead for Mount Vernon. As Rodebeck bounces for Trout, Trout to Ball, high on the right, 15-point lead for Mount Vernon. Ball has the basketball. He gives it up for Hayden Love. Hayden Love bounces for Trout. Trout looks back behind him, gives it up Rodebeck. Rodebeck Ball has it head of the key Ball. Ball looking inside. Rodebeck with the right hand off the glass, too strong, tipped around by Cole, gathered by Dawson for Mount Vernon, and Dawson gives it up to Brody Cole. I don't know what he was doing there. Now Trout with the basketball. Trout to Hayden Love. Hayden Love gives it now for Rodebeck. Caleb Rodebeck, the freshman, has it. Bounces now for Cole. Fakes the handoff, puts up a jumper, misses too strong. Dawson rebounds for Mount Vernon. Wells to push. Wells now to Beck on the right wing. Beck's been pretty quiet tonight. He has 6 points, but he's been pretty quiet tonight. Wells has the basketball. Wells gives it up. Mustard left of the lane, into the lane. Now Wells has it. Wells going inside. Wells is fouled with 4:42 to go in the third quarter. 31-16 on the drive. Foul is called on Hayden Love. That'll be his first. And so it will not be a shooting foul. Right now, substitutions will be coming in for the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets. Carrier, Cladius into the ball game. And Dawson has it on the right point. Dawson, he shot 1 3, but I don't think he really wants to shoot a ton out there. Carrier has it. Carrier puts it on the floor. Now it's Wells, a contested 3 from the left wing. No good. Rebound, pulled down. Centerburg. Rodebeck. Centerburg Trojans into the front court. Rodebeck. Boy, for a freshman, he plays with some good pace. And a nice feed by Cole, but Trout couldn't handle it. And into the ball game for Centerburg is Beaver.
Beaver checks in for the Trojans.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought he had like an undershirt on at the beginning of in the first half, and he's shed that. Must have gotten too hot in the gym for it. Anyway, 31-16. Wells wants a 3 from the left point, and he nails it. Wells, well, he's on fire right now. He missed a shot before that, but he's got 7 straight in this game. Centerburg down by 18 now. Love to Ball. Ball still in the backcourt, gives it Love. That connection worked a little better in football season. Love has it knocked away, taken away, and Dawson flips it up the floor. Wells has it. Wells with the right hand up and good, spins it in there, and Wells on fire right now. 36-16, and this is what the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets expect to do against Centerburg. Now a double team, and ball is, it's called a jump ball. Centerburg will keep it. 36-16 is our score right now. It was 25-14 at the half, so 11-2 this quarter. A lot of pressure put on by Mount Vernon. End of the ball game, Parker Ward. Carrier in there. Also 22 Ewers. And you recall, Ewers 3, when that game got within 6, Ewers hit a 3 at the 3:05 mark of the second quarter. That really sprung Mount Vernon back to extend that lead. And right now they're up by 20. Beaver has the basketball. Beaver has it almost poked away. Beaver guarded by Carrier. Beaver has it on the right wing. Looks back door, taken away. Now a push up the floor. Chasing it down is Daprich. Daprich spins, tries to give it up, taken away by Beaver. A little too fast there. Now Love with it. Love in transition. Thought about a 3. Gives it for Ball. Ball with the right hand up. And it goes in for Ball. And the streak for Wells scoring is finally over. Centerburg Trojans get a bucket there. Now on the right wing, Carrier gives it up. Beck, here's a three up, and it is no good. Rebound. Pulled down by Hayden Love. Centerburg at a quick push for the Trojans. Goes behind the back. Love almost had it knocked away. Now to Ball. Ball with it, head of the key. Ball to Beaver. Beaver with a basketball. Cross court, gives it up for Hayden Love. Centerburg down by 18. 2:43 to go third quarter. And a jumper is up and good by Cole. I'll tell you what, Cole's done pretty well off the bench for the Centerburg Trojans. And with 2:33 to go in this third quarter, it's an 18-point lead still for Mount Vernon. They are in full control of this thing. Parker Ward has the basketball, gives it up for Dappridge. Dappridge now to Beck, head of the key. Taking the three is Ewers, now gives it up. That's Trace Beck dribbling left of the lane, drops it inside, kick back out. Here's a three by Dappridge. It is up, it is too strong. Rebound pulled down by Carrier, and now a kick back out. Three by Beck. He leaves it too long, and a rebound by Carrier again. Head of the key three is up by Ewers. Ewers, it rims out. Tipped around. Ball on the floor, now picked up by Beck, and he can't finish. And the ball rebounded by Carrier. 5 chances now for the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets. And a timeout call by Nick Kuhn. 38-18 is our score. Centerburg and Mount Vernon Jackets up 20 on WMVO.
This is Lorraine from Buckeye Stoves. It's not too late to purchase a pellet stove and get a free ton of pellets for the winter season. Harmon offers top-of-the-line pellet stoves like the infamous P68. Also, if you have a chimney and need a suite, we do that too. We use nothing but the best with Copperfield products like Home Saver, Rovac, and Duravent to allow your chimney to remain safe, clean, and durable. Stop by our showroom, Buckeye Stoves, on State Route 95 in Fredericktown. Visit us on the web at buckeyestoves.com. Buckeye Stoves, the cozy way to save.
You're ready for cool weather, tree stands, and hunter's orange. Ready to get your first deer of the season. You'll know you're ready because you went to Danville Outdoors. Stock up on everything from deer feed to practice targets. When that 10-point buck finally steps into range, you'll be ready. Before you go outdoors, go see the folks at Danville Outdoors. Have you been to the new store yet? You're gonna love it. South Market Street in Danville. DanvilleOutdoor.com.
Centerburg with 4 straight before that timeout, but still it's all Mount Vernon right now, 36-20, 21 points for Trent Wells in his first game for the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets, coming over from Australia. He does not speak Australian, by the way, just because he was over there. Beck dribbles the baseline, kicks it out for Dawson. Dawson to Dappridge. Dappridge has had a nice game, too. Leaves it now for Mustard. Mustard can't finish right of the rim. Ball tipped back out, picked up by Beck. Beck with that mask on there. Dawson, Dappridge, 1:40 to go, third quarter, 16-point lead. Inside to Mustard, Mustard to Dawson. Dawson gets the man to leap, puts it up with the right hand, gets blocked by Beaver. Beaver, nice job, and he picks it back up. 16-point lead for Mount Vernon. Up to Trout, goes out of bounds. Went too quick, tried to one-hand it, and a turnover by Centerburg with 1:27 to go. Third quarter, 36-20 our score. Mount Vernon in the lead. Buckeye Stoves brings you high school basketball all season long, our title sponsor on WMVO. Wells now to Dappridge. Back to Wells. Wells dribbles it off his foot, picks it back up Wells. He's got the basketball with 1:15 to go third quarter. Dappridge now gives it up on the right wing. Beck has it. Now to Dappridge. Dappridge with it. Drops it for Dawson. He fires away a three. Dawson leaves it off the bottom of the rim. Dappridge offensive rebound. Dappridge kicks it out. Dawson thought about another three. Instead, Wells fakes it. Wells with 21 points. Puts it on the floor. Wells right of the lane. Wells with the right hand. Fouled. And will shoot 2 free throws. Trent Wells is a very skilled player, and you can tell the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets trying to go through him. And the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets right now trying to extend this lead. 21 points for Trent Wells, the senior. He played some of those like professional leagues in Australia and stuff. I asked him as he misses the free throw, did he play against like Matthew Dellavedova and stuff? He didn't. That would have been tough. But, you know, you're playing grown men when you're over there. And not to say these guys aren't grown men, but I mean grown men. 1 for 2 on the free throw, 37-20, 56 seconds. First point since the 2:36 mark. And then Trout just throws it over there to Nick's mom and goes out of bounds. Nick Kuhn's family sitting there right in the front row. Dalpy's over there too. All right, 50 seconds to go, third quarter. All Mount Vernon right now, 37-20 is our score. Not quite as bad as last year's, where it's just a blowout. Wells, a deep three is up, leaves it off the front of the rim. Rebound Dawson. Dawson puts it up and misses. Beaver rebounds for Centerburg. Beaver bumped by Wells, who takes a dip. Falls down in front of some fans there on the Mount Vernon side. 35 seconds to go. Again, at times it hasn't had a lot of pace to it, but it's not like there's been a ton of fouls here either. 35 seconds to go in the third quarter, 37-20. Mount Vernon has the lead. Centerburg has the basketball, trying to get the ball in, and they're having some trouble. Now Beaver has it. Beaver into the front court. Beaver one hands it to Trout. Trout bounces now for ball. He's played the whole second half here. Or excuse me, that is Cole, I should say. He plays the whole second half. Misses there on the jumper. And now a push by Dawson with 18 seconds left. Gives it for Wells. Wells has it. Back behind him, Dappridge. Dappridge has the basketball. Now dribbles to the head of the key. Keeps his dribble. 10 seconds. Third quarter. 17-point lead. And now Wells steps into a triple. He's wide open, and it rolls out. Ball tipped around, picked up by Hayden Love, 3 seconds. Hayden Love into the front court. Hayden Love with 1 second. Hayden Love has it, throws it, didn't see the clock. 37-20. End of three here at Centerburg, and it's all Mount Vernon. They lead it by 17. Buckeye Stoves High School basketball and WMBO, 17-point lead for Mount Vernon. We're back with fourth quarter action next on WMBO.
Cunningham Insurance, your local and dependable insurance agency. You can come visit us in person at 13361 Worcester Road in Mount Vernon. Our companies like Wayne Mutual have allowed us to service Knox and surrounding counties with their farm, home, auto, and commercial insurance. As independent agents, we work for you with service you can trust by agents who live in and impact the local communities. Call us at 740-397-7038 or visit CunninghamInsuranceLTD.com. Cunningham Insurance, family owned and operated since 1974. Let's talk soon.
Whether it's your home, farm, auto, business, RV, or boat, Griffin Insurance has you covered. Located at 300 Coshocton Avenue in Mount Vernon, we've been protecting what matters most to Knox County for decades. Call 740-397-7488 today and experience the trusted local service you deserve. Griffin Insurance, coverage you can count on from people you know.
It's all Mount Vernon here, 37-20 as we start the fourth quarter in Centerburg. And Dawson, Wells, Mustard, as well as Beck and Dappridge for Mount Vernon. Centerburg will go with Brody Cole, the 6'3 junior out there, along with Beaver, Rodebeck, Love, and Ball. Oh, great names. Love Ball. You know, gotta love Ball here. And here we go. Start of the fourth quarter, big lead for Mount Vernon of 17. Mustard has it, backing his way in there against Love, gives it up. Here's a deep three by Beck on the left wing, leaves it too short, tapped around, picked up by Blaine Ball for Centerburg. Blaine Ball to push for the Trojans, trailing by 17, start of the fourth quarter. He gives it up, Rodebeck inside, looking to bounce it for Cole. Cole with the right hand, got it to go. Good feed, too, by Rodebeck. He's going to be good. The freshman, Centerburg back within 15 now. And Wells has it. 22 points for Wells. Dappridge, Beck, Wells near the right block. On the baseline jumper. Ooh, that's smooth by Wells as he finishes. 39-22. And Trent Wells, boy, I hope his dad's watching this one in Australia. I know he's like a day ahead, but boy, his son's played well tonight. And Rodebeck gives it up for Ball. 7:08 to go here in this ball game. 39-22, high on the right with it. Hayden Love gives it up. Cole back to Love. Good give and go, and Love finishes with a little floater right of the rim. 6:55 to go in the game. That was a great give and go. Centerburg Trojans down 15. Need a stop right now if they want any chance in this one. Dawson gives it inside to Wells. Wells to Dawson. Dawson a three for the left wing. Up, and he leaves it short again. Rebound Wells. Wells with the right hand. Up, no good. Wells gets his own rebound, sticks it back. Well, boy. Wells is just a different type of human being out there. And now it's taken away by Beck, and here comes a slam probably. And it's a one-handed flush by Beck. Didn't bobble at that time. And now it's a 19-point lead for the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets. with the basketball. Rodebeck has it. Rodebeck gives it up for Beaver. Into the corner. Here's the three by Hayden Love. It is no good. Rebound Beck. Beck's got Wells up the floor. Here's Wells. Wells with the right hand fouled, and he goes to the free throw line. 6:02 to go in this game, and this one is out of hand now. Well, remember one year we did 30 games, and I think 25 of them were 10 points or less. Well, starting off on the wrong foot here, but I'll tell you what, this Mount Vernon team really can get out in transition, and think about what they would be if they had Zane Barber, who averaged nearly 15 points a game last year. He's out with a torn ACL for the season. But, boy, you put him out there with Wells and Dappridge and Beck and Mustard and Dawson, and, boy, this is a good basketball team for the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets. All right, Kyler Anderson in, the 6'2 sophomore, first appearance for him. Out goes fellow sophomore Landon Dawson. Wells, meanwhile, got the free throw to go, and he has another one pending here. He's got 27 points, and he hits both. Well, he goes to the bench. Trent Wells, and boy, what a game he's had. Love has it for Centerburg, gives it for Trout. Trout, the basketball for the Trojans. Trout dribbling into the front court. Trout with the basketball. Gives it up for Hayden Love. Hayden Love puts it on the floor. For Cole, now it's taken away, and we can see another slam. Here goes Beck. He's going to try it again. Oh, he got it to go. It wasn't the prettiest thing ever, but he got it. We're going to count that as a dunk. 47-24, and now the other way. Hayden Love has it almost knocked away, picked up by Trout. Trout is fouled, and the Centerburg Trojans are down 23. Beck went up for the dunk, and I don't know. We'll count on this one. Buckeye Stoves brings you high school basketball as our title sponsor. Also thanks to Foster's Pharmacy, Griffin Insurance, Danville Feed Supply, Hardware and Lumber, Danville Outdoors, and Cunningham Insurance. Well, right now, it's all about Vernon. You look at the K-Mac, Fredericktown Freddies, that's probably a team to look for. They bring a lot of guys back. Missing Brody Davis, unfortunately, he tore his ACL. And so, but Beck the other way. Beck stops, he puts it up, puts it in. And now it's pretty quick. Now it's 49-26. The Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets lead it, and I think you call it timeout? No, they call it a foul. It's on 20, Dappridge, 5:18 to go in this game. 49-26, Mount Vernon in the lead. And if you go outside, hopefully you don't freeze to death or blow away. That's the reason we were not on the radio tonight, by the way. The weather really caused us to go off the air. Cole, a jumper at the foul line too long, a rebound Dappridge. Dappridge has not scored a ton, or at any, but boy, he's done a nice job of running the offense. Dappridge swings it back. Beck inside. And now pulling it out is Camden Carrier, the junior, with 4:53 to go in this game. Now looking inside, Kyler Anderson, three from Dappridge. He misses badly there, and nobody was there to get a rebound, and it's Anderson who finishes. And it's 51-26. Mount Vernon is leading in this one. Blowout city here. About what it was last year, a 25-point win. It's a 25-point game now. It's knocked out of bounds. Trout last touched it. That may be it for Beck. He may be done for tonight. Takes off the mask. I don't think we'll probably see Wells again. I don't think we'll probably see Beck again, especially, you don't want to get anybody injured there. Here's a three. It's off the mark. Rebound Trout for Centerburg. 4:18 to go in the contest, and it's 51-26. Centerburg with the basketball there, trailing this one. Cole's played pretty much the whole second half, and now a takeaway. Anderson goes the other way. Anderson with the basketball. Nice bounce pass, and Dappridge finishes left of the rim. 53-26, 4 minutes to go in the game, and it's a blowout here. Bounce for Ball on the right wing. Ball has the basketball. Ball gives for Trout on the right elbow. Shoots a jumper. It's up and good. Trout. So Drew Trout gets it to go. Again, you're not going to see Wells again as they bounce it in for Dappridge. Dappridge pulls it back out. Camden Carrier with it inside. Carrier gives it up Anderson. Anderson on the baseline stops, and on the drive he's fouled. 3:34 to go in the game. Well, Wells, he's out of the ball game, so it's not on there. But he had 12 points in the first half. He has 28 points in the game. You see some substitutions. I was looking down at my paper, so a lot of substitutions here. Centerburg, I know Dustin Parker came in. He's the guy in the blue shoes there. As with 3.5 to go in this game, Mount Vernon's up by 25. Carrier, right wing. Gets it back, Carrier from Dappridge. Carrier with it. And now a three is up by Ewers, and he leaves it short. And it's knocked around and eventually picked up there by Parker for Centerburg, another freshman into the ball game. So some young guys have played tonight. And now Caleb Weaver gives it up. That's Beaver with it. Weaver, Beaver, everything's on. Trout, we got fish, we got all kinds of stuff tonight. Here's a three by Beaver, and it is short. Tipped in the air, eventually gathered by Ewers, and a push for Dappridge. Nice feed up the floor for Carrier, who finishes left of the rim. Good pass. And a good finish by Carrier, 55-28. And we are close to having ourselves a running clock at this thing. 55-28 to score. It's Centerburg's Weaver with it. Gives it up for Beaver. Weaver to Beaver again. And leave it to Beaver. But it's tipped out of bounds. You guys wouldn't even know what that show was. Leave it to Beaver. We got some young camera crew here with Gary and Delaney. Average age, or a combined age, I should say, of 36. Yeah, I'm just kidding. Getting the basketball in, the Trojans do to Weaver, who gives it up for Beaver, and bounces back for Weaver. And then it's taken away by Trout. I don't know, he's kind of got his way in there and found the ball, and 2:23 to go in this game, 55-28. We are going to try to get Delaney behind the microphone this year as well. She can't hear what we're saying, but she's over there. Gary did, but she didn't hear it. Free throws coming for Centerburg. Trout up and good. Trout came on our show Monday night. He directly came in the game came in the studio calling the wrong name. But we do know that it's Drew Trout, and we've called him that the whole game. And he's got 8 points now in the ball game after those pair of free throws. 55-30, 2:21 to go in this one. Going inside, can't finish Anderson. Rebound pulled down. Then it's knocked away by Anderson, then picked back up by Centerburg. It's Rodebeck with the basketball. 55-30 with 2:08 to go in the game. Mount Vernon up 25. They won by 25 last year as well. Trout with it. Trout, nice feed to Beaver, who finishes left of the rim. So 55-32, 1:55 to go in the game. And now a little baseline finish by Anderson. Gets blocked, saves it on the end line, and now the ball moves around. Tipped around and inside. Floater up and good by Dappridge. 57-32, 1:35 to go in this game. Won by 25 last year did the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets. And up by 25 right now. $1:23 to go in the game. That is Caleb Weaver, who gives it up this time to Rodebeck. Now inside to Trout. Trout with the right hand. Trout, no good. And a rebound pulled down by Ewers and a push to Carrier. Now Anderson has it. Anderson tries to finish. Gets blocked by Beaver. And with 1:07 to go in this game, Beaver pushes for Centerburg with his team down by 25. Now Weaver bounces left wing to Rodebeck. Freshman goes inside, bounces, and it's kicked. 52 seconds to go in this one. Hopefully everybody has a great Thanksgiving. Of course, we won't have a lot on the air tomorrow. Oh, I mean, we won't have any shows or anything. Friday either. But here, 57-32 is our score. 52 seconds to go in the game, thanks to Delaney and Gary with 2 R's behind the camera. It's Delaney with an L. And the shot is up. I don't know, really sped that thing up. Didn't have to for Rodebeck. And Trout with the right hand, he's fouled, so 42.7 seconds to go. 28 points for Trent Wells, 6'1" senior for Mount Vernon. And tell you what, he's could be poised for a big season. Not having Zane Barber, though, is Riso is up and good. Not having Barber, that'll be interesting to see because, boy, if they had Barber and they have, Dawson, Dappridge, and all these guys, boy, that's It's still a good team, don't get me wrong, but boy, if you had Barber to that, it would have been crazy. This Mount Vernon Yellow Jacket team. But right now, obviously they know they don't have Barber for the rest of the season. Ewers has it and gives it up to Anderson, who almost traveled with it. Probably did, they didn't call it. Carrier has it, right wing, to Daprich, and maybe they're going to hold it till the end of this one. Ewers inside, now a kick out. Here's a three. It's up and no good. Tipped around, and a foul called on Mount Vernon. And I believe it's a 1-on-1 situation. I think that's their 5th foul, right? Yeah, it's a 1-on-1. See, I still remember the rules of basketball here. Of course, when I was in school, you did 7 for a half. Now it's 5 per quarter, so it's a little bit different. I don't know if Delaney, if it was like that for you, but she can't hear anything. Not listening to anything we're saying. 57-34, Buckeye Stoves High School basketball. Thanks again also to Cunningham Insurance, Danville Outdoors, Danville Feed Supply, Hardware and Lumber, Griffin Insurance, Foster's Pharmacy. Free throws up and good by 15. That is Weaver. 57-35, free throw is up. Weaver, 2 for 2. So 57-36. That'll about wrap her up tonight. And I don't know what they're doing here. Okay, they, for some reason, gave 3 points to Mount Vernon. They took it off, though. 57-36, that's going to about wrap her up here tonight. Almost taken away. And it's 57-36. Mount Vernon earns the opening season win here. Very close to that 58-32 score that Mount Vernon had in 2023 and 24. And so here it is, 57-36. Mount Vernon beats Centerburg. Let's take this break, come back. We'll give you some numbers and then get you out of here for tonight. Again, the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets win on opening night over Centerburg. It is WMBO.
Great news, Central Ohio. Foster's Pharmacy offers daily dose packaging, which are convenient and simple. It's truly personalized care you're looking for. It just starts with a call to get started. Take the hassle out of your medications. Call 740-392-0911. Foster's Health Mart Pharmacy.
Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Expert DIYer? Rookie renovator? Get all the stuff you'll need from people who know how to use it at Danville Feed and Supply, Hardware, and Lumberyard. You'll find everything from commercial and custom feed to paint and plumbing. If you're not quite sure what you need, these friendly folks are happy to help. Grab your list of projects and come on down to the bigger, better Danville Feed and Supply, Hardware, and Lumberyard, all in one building on South Market Street in Danville.
All right, we are back here. Sorry, Gary, I didn't push the button. It's the first game of the year. This is what happens. All right. Final tonight, 57-36 as the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets knock off the Centerburg Trojans. And in his first game with Mount Vernon, Trent Wells, you know, we heard a lot about him in the offseason, but boy, he showed up tonight, 28 points. Trout scored in double figures with 11 for Centerburg, and that's your top scorers for each team. But the final tonight, 57-36. The Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets beat the Centerburg Trojans here in the Berg. Thanks again for joining us. Thanks to Delaney and Gary behind the cameras and all their work. We're back at it with the Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show Monday night from the studio, and we will have East Knox girls basketball, Fredericktown girls basketball, and then we will have girls basketball from here, Centerburg, Tuesday night, as Northmore and Centerburg will be in action coming up on WMB.